Without wasting your time, we are going to share top 5 Sous Vide cooker. The product links are in the description and in first comment. The number 5 on the list is TriBest Sous Vide. TriBest Sous Vide. When the TriBest Sous Vide arrived at my doorstep, I was immediately impressed by how professional the design of the packaging was. Usually companies don't take much pride in how their product is marketed on the box, especially when companies fulfill their products from an online retailer. TriBest really did a wonderful job here. The design of the packaging really sets the tone for my whole experience with the TriBest Sous Vide. The inner packaging really protected the machine, so rest assured that your machine is going to be arriving safely. Want to know something really awesome? Setup time took about, and most of that was me trying to reach behind the microwave to plug this machine, and I loved how lightweight this machine was. It's listed at just over 10 pounds, but I was able to move it with ease. No one is going to have any trouble handling this machine. There are to the Sous Vide machine the base, the container lid, and a nice bag to put the base machine in when you're not using it. It's really the little things that count, and TriBest's attention to the smallest detail is unprecedented. After quickly rinsing out the container, I was ready to prepare my steaks. When I test new Sous Vide machines, I put them all to the same exact test. I buy a few decent quality ribeye steaks, season them with kosher salt and black pepper, put them into a Sous Vide bag or Sous Vide vacuum sealer, add some olive oil and some fresh herbs. This time we used rosemary, and cook them for 1 hour plus heating time. This gives me a true baseline to gauge how well each Sous Vide machine cooks. We received a sample machine from TriBest for our review. However, our review is ours and ours alone, without any influence on our opinions. We really love this machine and have recommended that our friends and family buy it. The TriBest Sous Vide cooker is the most convenient way to introduce high-end restaurant results and quality into your daily meals. Gives vegetables a snappy and rich flavor and makes the meat moist and tender that it falls right off the bone, adds extra nutritional value to your meals, preserving the juices in a vacuum-sealed bag. Compact Sous Vide container allows for extra gallon capacity that handles your largest cooking jobs without taking up all the kitchen space. No experience necessary. TriBest believes that everyone should have the right and be empowered to make healthy living decisions. TriBest provides you with quality products that will energize your life and make robust living comfortable. Products with electrical plugs are designed for use in the US. Outlets and voltage differ internationally, and this product may require an adapter or converter for use in your destination. Please check compatibility before purchasing. The number 4 on the list is Innova Culinary Sous Vide. Innova Culinary Sous Vide. Cooking dinner is always a lot more glamorous in my head than it is in reality. I sear a steak, and the inside is still exceptionally juicy. I roast vegetables until they're crisp, but never mushy. I set my timers, turn on some music, and not once do I forget about what's cooking in the oven, the pot or what have you. My dreamy vision of dinner time couldn't be further from what really happens. I often forget that I put vegetables in the oven, or I pull them out before they're ready. I would never even attempt to cook a steak on my stovetop. My bare bones kitchen equipment plus a small space keeps me from trying anything too creative or labor-intensive. While I've always loved to cook, I've pretty much limited myself to one-pan dinners, salads and simple instant pot creations. The Innova Precision Cooker Pro, my new favorite gadget, kitchen or otherwise. If you're not familiar, Sous Vide is a cooking method that involves placing food in a sealed container, then dropping said container into a hot water bath for a long time. The Sous Vide device heats the water and circulates it around your food so you get evenly cooked results every time. This low and slow method yields deliciously juicy tender results. While the name may sound fancy, Sous Vide is probably one of the easiest cooking techniques to master at home if you have the right tools. A Sous Vide machine does almost all of the work for you, which makes it really hard to mess up the recipes. The Precision Cooker Pro is designed to be the most powerful, durable, and precise Sous Vide in the Innova lineup. It's also the most expensive, priced at significantly more than the Nano and the Precision Cooker. So why is it this expensive within a flow rate of per minute? For reference, the Nano, Innova's cheapest model, only has in the Precision Cooker, the mid-level option, can only circulate 8 liters of water per minute, so the Pro rivals Sous Vides that you'd find in a commercial kitchen in terms of power. The number 3 on the list is Kitchen Boss Sous Vide Cooker. Kitchen Boss Sous Vide Cooker. I have spent the last 4 months testing it. In this Kitchen Boss Sous Vide cooker review, I'll share my experiences as an active user over the past few months, the pros and cons of this product, the features and benefits, and what I like and don't like about it, all with the hope of providing you an objective point of view. You'll also find what other active users are saying about the product throughout the article, so you can decide if this is the right Sous Vide machine for you. With a shared love of cooking, strong innovative technical, design and production background, along with the team's extensive knowledge of international cuisine, Kitchen Boss was able to create affordable precision cookers with exceptionally high standards of quality and efficiency. The Sous Vide cooker won the Red Dot Design Award, which is one of the world's largest design competitions. Based on what I have seen on the market, Kitchen Boss Sous Vide machines are the only ones that have a built-in program of recipes displayed on an ultra-clear screen. This is a wonderful feature for Sous Vide beginners who don't have to worry about getting the time and temperature right for certain foods. It ensures success in the Sous Vide cooking journey right at the beginning to build up users' confidence in doing more with it. The number 2 on the list is Breville Polyscience Hydro Pro. Breville Polyscience Hydro Pro, a great thermal immersion circulator, we'll call it a Sous Vide or Sous Vide machine, as that's the colloquialism most use, keeps your Sous Vide water bath at a consistent temperature no matter how long your cooking time. That sounds like a simple thing for a gadget to do, but so many fail at this. Professional grade equipment isn't always the surefire way to elicit great results, but it can help. We recently ran the Polyscience Hydro Pro Plus through its paces to find out if an expensive Sous Vide machine actually makes a difference. This is our honest take. We'll keep it simple. Sous Vide cooking holds a water bath at a consistent temperature. Food cooks in a bag which is submerged in the bath. You can use a vacuum sealer to remove air from the bag or let the water in the bath push water out of the bag. Keep in mind, if you use the water displacement method, you will need to keep the top of the bag above the water level. The concept of Sous Vide is pretty simple but requires a touch of trust in food science. By keeping the water bath at a consistent temperature, your food can't really overcook because the water temperature prevents as much. You can overcook food by leaving it in the bath for far too long, but you'd sort of have to forget it for hours, which is just unlikely. Say goodbye to dry chicken breast forever. This is where trusting food science matters. We're all taught the temperature for a chicken breast is around, but a lot of Sous Vide recommendations cook food at lower temps than we have learned are safe. When it comes to Sous Vide, time is just as important as temperature. You might cook chicken breast at for chicken. Dangerous bacteria is killed off at around. Keeping the breast above that temp for a longer period helps ensure the food is safe without compromising quality. That all describes basic Sous Vide cooking, which is what most of your Sous Vide adventures will look like. There's also the method of Sous Vide cooking, wherein a digital probe is inserted into food as it cooks in the bath. The water for Delta cooking is much higher, and you monitor the temperature of the food just like you would on a grill or stovetop. It's faster, sure, but not the best option for all Sous Vide. The number 1 on the list is Innova Culinary Sous Vide Cooker. Innova Culinary Sous Vide Cooker. I would never even attempt to cook a steak on my stovetop. My bare bones kitchen equipment plus a small space keeps me from trying anything too creative or labor intensive. While I've always loved to cook, I've pretty much limited myself to one-pan dinners, salads and simple instant pot creations. The Innova Precision Cooker Pro, your food so you get evenly cooked results every time. This low and slow method yields deliciously juicy, tender results. While the name may sound fancy, Sous Vide is probably one of the easiest cooking techniques to master at home if you have the right tools. A Sous Vide machine does almost all of the work for you, which makes it really hard to mess up the recipes. The Precision Cooker Pro is designed to be the most powerful, durable, and precise Sous Vide in the Innova lineup. It's also the most expensive, priced at significantly more than the Nano and the Precision Cooker. So why is it this expensive within the flow rate of per minute? Glamorous in my head than it is in reality. I sear a steak and the inside is still exceptionally juicy. I roast vegetables until they're crisp but never mushy. I set my timers, turn on some music, and not once do I forget about what's cooking in the oven, the pot or what have you. My dreamy vision of dinner time couldn't be further from what really happens. I often forget that I put vegetables in the oven or I pull them out before they're ready.